up and told me to get Bo Gritz, and they lost. That is a miracle. That wasn't the brilliance of my lawyer, and that wasn't anything I did. That was a miracle. I believe the reason that we are pressing forward, because when I asked my father, it says in James chapter 1, I think it's verse 4 and 5, that if you ask, God will not upbraid you, but he will give you knowledge. And I prayed for it. And what came to me as clear as I'm standing here looking at you right now was, you have 3 years to prepare this people. What people? Any people who would be prepared. Masses of them? Oh no, just a remnant who have a heart with God, who would be as doves of the valley in the mountains in a time of Noah and a time of Lot. 3 years. Friends, this is the 3rd year. And then I said, what? What when we finish? Is my life over then? Because I'd like to go home. I don't want to leave my bride. I'd take her with me. I'm not sure she's ready to go just yet. But I've got my grandma. I've got comrades. I could be a great guerrilla fighter for you on the other side. I'm not afraid of anything on the face of this earth that walks or talks or is animate or inanimate. I fear Almighty God, my Father. I pray for his help and his mercy. I just want to serve him. I want to serve you. And so I pray that you will listen and see tonight as I have outlined these things. If you will become involved in the spike training, your family, and not just your family, because you cannot be all things to all people. Scott Weekly is a wonderful man, but don't ever expect him to be all things, because he has his limitations, like Clint Eastwood says. And I have mine, and Gary Goldman has his, and you probably have yours, maybe. Except Mike over here and his mom. I don't know anything that they do wrong. Eagle Scout has got wings, I think, that he hides underneath his shirt. And, as a matter of fact, I guess that Tom Baker's family's going to heaven, because Ralph and I slept in the same room with Tom Baker. I have called artillery on my position in Vietnam that wasn't as loud as his snoring. I've had B-52 strikes go over me. And CBUs have gone off in the trees and the jets flew the wrong route. It hadn't been as bad as that. So I know you guys are headed to the heavenly land. But the spike training is designed to not only to give you the abilities that you will absorb, but to let you know who your friends are. I'm not outlining covenant communities for you, because free agency is the most important, I believe, gift that you are given. Like Joshua said, you choose. You choose. But I want you to have a family that you can choose that will support each other, and I want you to have the knowledge, and I want you to have the warning. So if you will, you can choose life. Let's live for the Messiah. Let's live for the Constitution. Let's live for America, and let the others die for whatever their cause is, because that, I think, is the great challenge. So please, if you would, take advantage as long as you can. You're going to see laws passed very soon, and that's why this training has got to accelerate as fast as we can. There are going to be laws passed that say you can't do this, because otherwise, you see, you could end up blowing up the federal building in Oklahoma City. And they're going to stop this kind of preparation and training. And you're going to see guns taken away. You're going to see your children have to go, whether you want them to public school. You're going to have a card or a mark that will allow you to not cheat on your income tax, to have a job, to buy groceries. No person, great or small, free or bond, rich or poor, be able to buy or sell without that mark. But remember, did God send 3 angels? The 3 angels proclaimed. One was the gospel. Please read the gospel, the Godspell, the good news. And what was the last, the 3rd angel's warning? Do not take the mark of the beast for any reason. Not his name, not his number, not the mark. Because if you do, for whatever reason, you are lost, friends. It's a simple test. You can't sit on the post. You're going to have to choose And you can't say my bishop said, or my preacher said, or my wife, or my uncle said. You're going to have to choose for yourself. And of course, a lot of you are choosing for grandkids and whatnot. At what point are you going to say, I'm out of here? I want you to think about it now, because this June you're going to see the formation. In September you're going to see, I think, this vanilla God. How fast is it going? The final grains are coming out of the hourglass. It's moving, isn't it? It's so fast it puts me in awe. I applaud, because I'm thinking I never thought it would go so quick. We're barely going to finish this training. I know now why 3 years ago I thought 3 years, wow, I can do a whole lot in 3 years. And here we are behind all the time. So please, in the name of the Messiah, in the name of your family, kindly, if you will, choose what course you're going to take. But if you choose to live free under the Constitution, be prepared to live that way in spite of the government. Not a lot of good people that work in the government, but the direction the government is going. Is there any key official that's not a member of the Council on Foreign Relations? And the Council on Foreign Relations has a stated goal of globalism. Other key officials, really pivotal people, are members of the Trilateral Commission. They are the ones. Are they going? They can give up their club now, can't they? Because in June, and G7, does this correspond, do you think, maybe to the seven-headed beast that was seen by John coming out? And go back to Daniel. What was the beast? And what was the beast in John? Let's talk about it, if you don't mind, for just a moment. I know your posteriors are hurting. One of the beasts, remember in Daniel, there were 4 separate beasts, weren't there? In Daniel, he had a lion that had wings of an eagle. What do you think the wings of the eagle are? Where does America come from? We came from Great Britain. The eagle comes out because the lion loses his wings. So we have Great Britain. Who is the bear, do you suppose? Russia. Who is the leopard? Always the leopard has been Germany. And then you had another beast. This beast had 10 horns and 10 crowns. This is a federation, isn't it? Now, let's go right on over to John, because, hey, Daniel was way back there in Nebuchadnezzar's time. 600 B.C. Now let's go to John, who's after the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And what does he see? Now he sees the beast has come what? Is it 4 separate beasts that John sees come out of the ocean? What is it? One beast that comes out of the ocean. Do we have a global government today? And this one beast, just what is it? Happens to be the mouth of a lion, the feet of a bear, the body of what? A leopard, Germany, and these heads, the 10 heads with crowns. Oh, I'm so excited about it, because everything has been fulfilled, or will be, including the rebuilding of the temple. You watch it in 1996. Friends, you can feel your heart beat. You can feel the kingdom coming. It is that close. Don't make any long-term engagements, because I'm not a prophet. I wish I had the eyes of Elisha. But friends, you're going to, I think, see this thing close. I think you're going to see people that you haven't seen for years and years. Those are the ones who come forward. When? In the first resurrection. And I think you're going to see that happen in probably 7 years or so. That's a very short time. Most of us drive cars that are more than 7 years old, don't we? How many people here got a car more than 7 years old? Yeah. So you know, remember when that boy was new? So this is pretty exciting.